As you're coming to seated, we're just going to sit on top of a cushion or a block or a bolster, whatever you're using today. And we're just going to keep our strap handy in front of us. And as you arrive, just taking a moment to shift your body from side to side. And starting to move your shoulders back. And continuing now, but with forward movement in your shoulders. Maybe even reaching the arms forward. And finding center, we'll just turn our skull from side to side. And the next time you turn your skull to the right side, twisting the torso to the right side. Doing your best to decrease the curvature in your low back. And as you unwind, we're taking the left hand over, reaching the right hand forward and up, and placing the right palm behind your skull. And we'll do a rotation, elbow moving towards your left side. And inhale, generous breath, opening back up. Exhaling, right elbow to the left side. Inhale, back up and open. And one more time, moving towards that left side. Nice big inhale, up and open. And we'll take that over to center. Nice big inhale, hands reaching forward and up. Exhaling, elbows. Reaching hands forward and up. Exhaling, elbows. Reaching forward up. Exhaling, elbows. And we're going to come back to reaching forward with both hands. And stretching those arms up and open, squeezing the scapula. Reaching forward with both hands. Inhale, open heart, open lungs, giving yourself a back bend. Exhale, rounding spine. And one more time, squeezing shoulder blades together. Lift your gaze. And as you return to center, we'll carefully twist to our left side. Again, decreasing the curvature of the low back. And as you rotate back to center, releasing the right hand to the right side, left hand forward and up, placing your palm behind your skull. And exhale, rotating left elbow to the right side. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, open. Exhale, twisting. And inhale, open. Returning back to center, hands reach forward and up. And this time placing the fingers on top of the shoulders, moving the elbows around in big circles, working to lift from the bottom of the rib cage, lifting from the shoulder sockets. Maybe incorporating a lift of the chin. And as the elbows move back, tucking the chin, depressing the shoulders and lifting the shoulders. And once you arrive back in center, we're going to find our strap and do some shoulder work. Opening the strap as much as needed. And we'll take an inhale. We're going to reach it up. And exhale, reaching back. And we're going to inhale back up. And exhale forward. Lift your gaze as you lift. Tuck the chin as you lower. And continuing at your pace. Trying to keep the elbows straight. Again, lifting as high as you can. Let's take one more round. And your final will be arriving back at the front of the body. And from here, you can just set your strap down and we're going to make our way to hands and knees. From hands and knees, let's take a moment to bring the knees all the way together and send your heels to the right side, gazing to the right side. And sweeping the heels all the way to the left side, gazing to the left side. And as you bring your heels back to center, we'll take the right knee behind the left and then separate the heels, walking the palms in a placement and working on some cat-cow movements in your spine. From here, extending the right leg back, realigning the left, and we're just going to tuck the toe. And we're going to make sure that our palms feel firmly supported. And try to lift your left knee. And then lower back to the left knee. And we'll do that 2 more times, lifting the left knee. Lowering back. Your best effort, lifting. And lowering back. Right knee in, left knee behind right. Separate your heels, returning to those cat-cow movements. And this time, stepping your left foot back. Again, positioning the palms to a nice supportive place. And lifting the right knee, reaching back into the left heel and calf. And carefully returning. And 2 more times on your own. Try to pause on the lift. And 1 more round. And once you return, we'll bring the left knee in, stepping the right foot back again. And we're just going to ease forward and back. So you can press into the ball of the foot, into the toes. And then we're going to drop down to the forearms. And you can keep your elbows wide, make a gentle fist, bring the palm to the inside, wrapping fingers around that fist. And we're going to lift and lower the right leg a few times. You decide how many. Keeping the gaze lightly forward. And the next time that you lift, you can rotate your ankle, move your toes. And we'll return the right knee in, sending the left leg back. Work on the lift and lower, maybe changing out the wrapping of the fist and hand. And the next time you lift, moving the ankle, moving the toes. And then we'll return the left knee back in. Coming back to palms, let's work on some traditional cat-cow movements. And then stepping forward with your right foot. And then we're going to slide the foot back a little bit. Elevate the heel, walk the left hand forward. And we're just going to move forward and back. And try to elevate the heel on this one. So we're just rolling on the ball of the foot a little bit. Working into the toes and the front of the calf. You could make a fist with your left hand if that makes it easier. And then stepping the right foot further forward, and we'll come to a deeper lunge. We're just going to breathe here. Hand could stay supported on the knee. Notice the stretch of your left quad. And elevating the toes of the right foot, turning them to the right side. Also positioning the fingers of the left hand towards the left. And we'll work on some lunging out as we gaze to the right side. And coming back to realigning the foot, and we'll take the right knee back. And we're just going to move forward and back and forward. And back might be child's pose to tabletop. If you're comfortable, you can move further forward towards an upward facing dog. And then returning to center and stepping forward with your left foot. And once you step forward with the left foot, we're going to slide it back again. And hand on the knee, rolling on the ball of the foot, elevating the heel as you lunge forward. Again, maybe you're using a fist on the right side. And the next time, sliding that left heel further forward, lunging deeply, stretching the front of the right quad. And from here, we're elevating the toes, turning them to the left, right fingertips pointing to the right, gazing to the left as you move forward and back. And returning with the alignment of foot and hand, taking the left knee back. And we'll come back to forward and back movements. Any degree of forward and back. And then resting back towards child's pose. Maybe the forearms, perhaps the forehead. Returning to the palms, rising to the tops of the knees, shifting the quads forward, reaching the hands up overhead. Exhaling, elbows down. Inhale, reaching. Exhaling, elbows down. Inhale, reaching. And this time as the elbows come down, we'll return back to the palms. We're going to send the right leg back again and then take it over to the right side. Setting the foot down, reaching with the right arm up towards the sky. And we're going to thread through to the left. And then open that back up, reaching to the sky. Again, threading through to the left. Opening up. And we'll do it once more, threading through. And inhale, open. As the right hand comes back, we'll bring the right knee back in. Left leg extended straight back. Left leg to the left side. Left arm reaching. Threading through. Inhale, open. Threading through. Inhale, open. One more time through. And inhale, open. As the left palm comes back, we'll bring the left knee back. And from here, we're just going to make our way to seated on the bolster with the legs straight out. And we're going to move the hips over to the right side, tip over, and try and bring your right foot back. And from here, we're just going to notice the stretch in the front of the right shin bone. You might take your hands back a little bit, using the fingertips to lift the heart, lifting the chin to the appropriate effort. And then reaching back up towards the sky, twisting towards the right side. Returning back to center, let's pull the left heel in and lean towards the left foot. Sinking heavy into the crease of the left hip, trying to soften the bottom of your belly, softening the low back. Just passively placing weight in the bottom of the left foot. And returning to the uprightness of the spine, stretching the left leg forward, shift all of your weight to the left side and straighten the right leg. From here, we'll move our torso over to the left. Once you feel supported, leaning to the right, bending the left knee, placing that shin down. Nice big inhale, reaching. And exhale, hands, breathing here, maybe taking the fingertips back. Maybe opening up the heart. And if you've chosen to take your hands back, just expressing more fullness to your lungs. Noticing the rise and fall of the collarbone. And then returning to the uprightness of the spine. If you chose to lean back, arms reaching. Exhale, twisting to your left side. Returning to center, leaning to the right side, releasing your left leg out. From here, we're just going to sit behind the bolster. You can push it forward on your mat. And we're going to keep the knees over the top as we come down to our back. Let's take a nice full body stretch once you arrive. Moving ankles and toes, moving wrist and fingers. And then inviting the right knee in and giving the right knee a nice tight squeeze. And then releasing the right leg out, taking another full body stretch, moving ankles and toes. And we'll invite the left knee in. Releasing the left leg, full body stretch. And then releasing the arms to the sides and stepping your feet to your prop. And we're just going to let the knees shift from side to side. Rolling to the inside and outside of the foot. And making sure that your feet are hip width distance. The next time you roll over towards your left side, clenching all the muscles in the right hip, just really squeezing in. And trying to maintain that squeezing and clenching of the right hip. And then relaxing the muscles and rolling back to center, shifting from side to side a few times. And the next time that you shift your knees to the right side, hugging into the left hip, squeezing all the muscles there. Engaging the hamstring, the glute muscles, the quad, squeezing tightly as much as you can. And holding that, contracting the muscles. And releasing everything on the left side. And then coming back to center and rocking from side to side again. And repositioning the feet wide if you need to. We're going to let the knees drop to the left again. And this time we're going to extend the right knee as far away from the body as we can. We're going to feel an elevation of the right hip and then reaching with the right arm in line with the ear. Keep stretching right knee away. And let the shoulders sort of settle back towards the earth so we get a nice deep stretch. Keep reaching the right knee away. Stretching from the interior, surrounding muscles, piriformis, from the quad, from the IT band. Reaching the right knee as far away as possible. And then relaxing. And as the right arm returns to the side, we can roll to the back and shift the knees from side to side again. And carefully taking everything to the right side. And same thing here, we're going to extend the left knee away from the body, reaching left arm in line with the ear, but keeping it nice and open, stretching from the interior of the hip. Just a few more breaths. And then releasing and rolling back to center. Rocking knees from side to side again. We're going to make sure that we have our strap nearby. So just come back to hugging the right knee, but leaving your left foot planted on your prop. And using your hands, moving around in a little bit of a circle, but starting to create a little bit of resistance. So as you're moving that knee around in a circle, push the knee into the hands and also pull the hands towards the knee. A little muscular effort. And try in the opposite direction. Again, creating some resistance between the knee and the hands. And then relaxing the arms and the leg. And we'll use our strap from here. We're going to go ahead and place it on the bottom of the right foot. Sending the right foot to the sky. Pushing into the strap. Carefully taking the left hand to the side. As the left knee drops to the left, take the right foot to the right. And breathing there. Any degree of opening. Left knee to the left, right leg to the right. Pushing into the strap, taking 3 breaths, actively reaching. And then actively reaching still, we'll reach the right leg back up to the sky. And we'll take it out one more time, this time just passively reaching. And activating the muscles of the right leg to bring the right leg back up. And as you do that, we'll step our left foot back to the prop. This time, left knee is dropping in. We're switching hands with the strap. Right leg is moving towards the left. Keep pushing into the strap, crossing the midline of the body. Left knee in, right leg crossing. And then try to unhook your strap for a moment and just bend the right knee there, resting the right knee on top of the left knee. You can walk your left foot over to the right side. You're in a double knee cross, and then we're just going to hug. And hugging might be just the right knee. Hugging might be grasping both of your shin bones. You decide. Releasing the hands, uncrossing the knees, placing the feet on the bolster, and rocking from side to side. And from here, we're going to let the strap open up to more length if you had it folded in half. And once you do that, you're going to send both of your feet inside of it. And as you stretch the feet to the sky, we're going to take our feet as wide as we can, pushing the feet into the strap, pulling the strap with the hands, stretching the legs away from each other. Let's take 5 breaths here. Notice the stretch along the inner lining of the leg. Again, actively reaching the legs outward, tugging on the strap to support it. Sacrum and low back rooted to the earth. 3 more breaths. And then carefully inhale. Exhale, sliding the feet back together. As you slide the feet back together, we'll take the strap in our left hand, sending the right foot to your prop. Right knee falls out. Left leg reaching to the left side. And this is the active reach. We want to push the foot firmly into the strap as we're reaching the left leg out. Pushing and pulling at the same time. Carefully activating those muscles. Send your left leg back up. And then we're going to release the left leg back out. This time it's just passively extending. Heavy in the body. And then a nice activation of the muscles in the left leg, returning the foot back to center, stepping that right foot back, letting the right knee drop in, switch hands. Now the left foot is leaning towards the right side. Right knee in, left leg crossing. And from here, we're going to unhook the strap, bend the left knee. Left knee is crossing the right. You can walk your right foot over to the left side, either pulling just the left knee and shin in, or both. You choose. And as you uncross the knees and send your feet back, we're finding our strap one more time, sending the feet back to the strap, both feet, stretching legs to the sky, taking it wide, just like before, pushing feet into the strap, pulling strap with the hands, breathing, rooted in the sacrum, rooted along the spine. And sliding the feet together. And to slide the feet together, we're going to take the strap in the right hand. Start to lean towards the right hip until your left hip lifts a little bit. And we're just going to balance here. You can take your left hand out, palm down, look to the left side, balancing on the right hip, and then start to notice the low back. Notice the back of the right hip. Notice the right side of your lumbar spine. Notice the effort it takes to lean and support yourself. And then rolling to center. And we'll switch the strap to the left hand. And we're just going to spend a few breaths here. Focusing on the back body. Right hand is out, right palm is down, looking to the right. Lifting that right hip a little bit, leaning towards the left side. Breathing into the low back and kidneys. Notice the balance. Notice the effort. And back to center. From here, you can bend your knees, unhook your strap, hugging the knees. And then lift your head, hook your elbows under the knees, interlace your fingers, keep the interlacing, release your head back to the earth. And then relaxing along the spine. Try to sink into the spine, sink into the shoulders, relaxing the lower belly. Again, there might be some effort. Use your exhalations to settle more fully into the pose. Eyes closed, sinking into the body. Sinking into the body. And releasing your left leg out now. Use your fingers, hug behind that right knee. Maybe interlace fingers, maybe just supporting. And move your ankle, move your toes. And as the knee continues to remain towards the belly, stretch the leg, so foot towards the sky, and then bend the knee. And we're just working on that stretch and hinge. Toes in towards the shin bone if you can, keeping the shin and calf stretching and active. Working from behind the knee. And then we're going to bend, release the hands, stretching the foot to the sky with pointed toes. Reach the leg all the way out. Flexing, lift it back up. Now, flexing down, point your toe, reach the right leg back up. Flexing down, point your toe, right leg up. One more time, flexing down and pointing up, holding the right knee and the right hand, big circles, massaging around fully that surface of all the glute muscles, working out and back in towards the spine. And you can change the direction of the rotation. And then we'll just release the right leg out. And we're going to pull the left knee in, supporting behind the knee, moving the ankles, moving the toes. And then hugging the knee close to the body. And we're just going to work on that stretch of the foot towards the sky. And then hinging, bending the knee again. And again, try to keep the knee really close to the belly. Work on active toes, active shin. And then stretching the leg up, pointing the toe, arms out. With a pointed toe, send your leg all the way out. And with a flexed toe, we'll reach the foot back up. And then we'll reverse. Pointed toe. And a flexing toe. And the flexing foot all the way down. And it's pointed all the way up. And just lift and lower your leg a few times. Pointing up. Flexing down. Moving at your pace. And the next time you reach up, knee in, nice tight squeeze, using the left hand only. Circles in the left hip. And changing the direction of that. And we'll come back to both knees in. Rocking from side to side. It might be without using the hands. Try and rotate all the way to one side and all the way to the other. And pausing on your left side next time you arrive on the left side. And we'll roll to the right side, pausing on the right side. And back to center, feet on the bolster, gently rocking side to side. And we'll come back to hugging in one more time. And then releasing legs one by one. Releasing arms. Taking a few moments to fall into the breath. Exhaling through the mouth, releasing any tension from the face. Rocking the skull from side to side. Releasing any tension from the neck. The head arrives in center, squeezing the fingers into the center of the palm, making tight fists. And then releasing the fingers out, reaching the arms, spreading the fingers. And relaxing the arms back to the side, squeezing the toes into the center of the foot. And then releasing the toes out wide, stretching the legs, separating the toes. And relaxing the legs, relaxing the spine and the rib cage, heavy torso, heavy hips, releasing the knees, upper and lower leg, heel, ankle, top and bottom of the foot, toes, releasing shoulders, elbows, upper and lower arm, front and back of the palm, fingers, releasing back of neck, the small of the back, whole body releasing. The back, the sides, and the front. Whole body releasing. Carefully breathing in, beginning to move your skull, fingers, and toes. And taking a nice full body stretch. Hugging the knees in, rocking a little bit. And eventually rolling to a side of the body, making your way up. Finding some kind of seat. And inviting your hands together before your heart in thankfulness for the time, attention, and awareness you brought to your being today. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.